It's UFC on ABC, ESPN Plus. Again, we're only going to turn this way. We're only going to look at the main card. So we've got 5 fights that we will be previewing. And then again, we'll have a look and see what the score is. We've been kind of flip-flopping week after week on who's winning. I'm thinking of getting one of my title belts at home and then just like having on the table for like the weekly winner, Maybe we should get something like that.
We should, yeah.
So the first one is Brendan Allen versus Bruno Silva. Who you got for that one?
I got Allen for that one.
You got Allen?
Yeah, he's got on a 4-fight win streak. I think it's been impressive wins. Yeah, I got Allen. Who do you have?
Allen. Yeah, I also think he's been far more tested in the UFC. Also, like you say, he's got the win streak. Just more dynamic, more skillful, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know what method, to be honest with you. There's a multitude of ways that he could win it, but probably either, I don't know, I'm going to say decision or, quite a comfortable decision. Maybe TKO. Don't know. Could be either of the two. Yeah.
I wonder why he's taking the fight as well. I saw he's number 14 ranked. And it's Silva. That's his fighting.
Yeah.
Silva.
Bruno Silva.
Yeah, he's I think it's his debut.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. I just don't why is he taking the fight? Is just to move up the ranks little bit by little bit?
I don't know why these guys take fights that maybe don't make sense, because maybe they called for a different fight, didn't get it, and the UFC's like, well, this is what we're giving you.
Yeah.
Maybe he's like, well, I'm not at a place to bargain, so I'll just take what they give me.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't want to, a lot of people they ask, who do you want to fight next, and they're just like, whoever the UFC gives me. I think a lot of fighters go through that first stage. It's just kind of like,
just stay active.
I mean, like Cameron Simon also, when he was on the podcast, said, I just want to fight. Doesn't matter who it is, I just want to fight. So whoever the UFC gives me, I just want to fight. And the same with Dricus at the time. So, especially if you're sort of climbing the ranks, I don't think, maybe it's not wise to start making demands, because maybe the UFC doesn't like that.
Yeah, bad taste in the mouth.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe to them maybe they're still on a certain number of fights on this contract. I think you'd paid the same in any event.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So maybe maybe that's just that.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Plus, also, we've seen now in recent times and recent cards, people that come from outside organizations, when they get to the UFC, it's that they're a little bit in awe and starstruck, kind of. So, could play to his advantage. Let's see. So we're both going Allen on that one, eh?
Yeah.
You ventured to say how you think that one's gonna go.
I think submission. Second round.
Possibly, yeah, that could happen. I'm saying decision or did I say TKO earlier or submission?
I don't think I heard. Did you say?
Yeah, I think I said TKO, but
okay.
TKO or decision.
Okay.
David Onama versus Gabriel Santos. What are we saying for that one?
Oh, I said Onama. Yeah, I had to check my notes for a second. I just wanted to see. So his last fight was against Landwehr, and that's where he lost. I think that Landwehr, just because he had so much momentum at the time, I think anyone in that weight class would have had trouble winning. Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, I went Santos, so I'm happy that we're disagreeing. Because Santos came off a split decision. They're both coming off a loss.
Yeah.
I think Santos came off a split decision loss, which was very, very close. And I think he's just got more tools maybe to win. I've been backing the Brazilians a lot though, and they haven't been coming through. So I don't know if
Nunes would also.
Besides Nunes, of course. I mean, I backed Oliveira. No. I take that back. So yeah, I think Santos, because it was a split decision loss, it was very, very close. Could have gone either way. I've gone with Santos. He should get it done.
Okay.
I think. How? I don't know. Submission.
I suppose Onama, I mean, the person that beat you also just lost. So I suppose that's maybe you have a point to prove, but also that's a lot of mental game you get through.
I want Onama to win, for Africa because he's,
Ugandan.
Yeah, I want him to win. I think he has possibility to win. again, we've just got to make a call every week and say, who we think's going to win. So, yeah, I think Santos, in my opinion. Cody Brundage versus Cedricus Dumas. What you got there?
This is actually where our prep went off the rails because I was checking the UFC or the website, and you were looking at the preview. So I actually looked at Austin Lane versus Justin Taffer.
But that is on the main card on the UFC website, right?
Yes, on the UFC website, but not on the.
Come on, UFC, you got to get your shit together.
PFL's coming.
PFL's coming for you guys, eh? Get your shit together. UA Warriors, Braves coming for you guys. Come on.
I have one prelim fight to preview, but I don't know. I can't.
No, prelim. Okay, well, I'm not going to comment on the prelim fight because I didn't do the analysis. So you go ahead first, please, and tell me what you think of the prelim of that fight.
So Austin Lane versus Justin Taffer. Justin Taffer, I have him all the way. It looks like he's got a 2-fight win streak. At the moment, 2 fight first round KOs, like in a minute and a half. Like he's got power. It's actually it's crazy that is a prelim fight. It's like, but I think that's going to be a really interesting one.
Yeah.
And it was the one that you.
I can't comment, so because I didn't look enough. But the little I've seen of Justin was that he's very similar, not similar, but he's kind of like
a tie.
Almost, almost like Tai Tuivasa. So, it's super entertaining to watch, and always that risk of the Mark Hunt, Tai Tuivasa, that risk of getting knocked out. So,
no, I thought the same.
Just for the hell of it, I'm going to go with your selection in any event. I know we weren't supposed to do that, but I'm going to go with yours in any event. Okay, so Cody Brundage versus Cedricus Dumas. I've got Cody. I think Dumas is not good enough on the ground from what I've seen. I think Cody will take him down, drown him, smother him, make it ugly. Dumas, he looked very stop-starty when I saw him the last fight he had, and he kind of looked like his feet were stuck under him. And then again, when it went to the ground, it wasn't, from what I saw, enough. So I'm gonna go Cody. I think he's got enough, even though he's lost his last 2. Should have enough to get the win. Okay. Yeah, I think so.
I don't know these fighters, to be completely honest. But is Cody a wrestler?
His wrestling is good enough. Yeah, I think he's got a wrestling base, and that's his key to victory, in my opinion. So yeah, and Cedricus. I mean, look, again, he could win this fight. I mean, he's got 1 loss, but from what I've seen so far, just the way that they fight, their styles. I think Cody.
Okay, so let's see.
It's kind of like that Sabatini. It's just like it doesn't necessarily. There's no like logic behind it per se. It's just kind of like the way they fight. So, okay, possibly by stoppage, I think.
Okay.
So either like again dominant decision. That's like the key to victory, and maybe Dumas is tough enough to last the 3 rounds, but inevitably maybe gives his back up, gets choked, or gets TKO'd. So. Yeah.
I'll keep an eye out. That sounds like a cool fight to watch.
Yeah, for sure. And if it goes the opposite way again, then we'll be shocked and we'll be entertained either way in any event. So that's the beauty of fighting, of watching fights.
Yeah.
Amanda Ribas and Macy Barber.
I have Ribas purely as a function of I think she has more knockout power, and I think. I mean, they both have a habit of going to decision. I think Macy, all of her fights have gone to decision in the UFC, and her last one was a split decision. I guess I forgot what the name was. But yeah, I think Ribas, she has more knockout power. She has like a couple knockouts in the UFC. But also has gone to decision last 3 fights or something.
Yeah, she lost the last one. It was Chukagan, I think. Who was a little bit bigger than her, actually was doing really well in that fight. Like, it was a very close fight. She has great takedowns as well, Ribas. Really good in the grappling. Tough. I mean, that last loss was really, really close. Yeah. It could have gone either way. If she just maybe applied her mind a little bit more and really went for the kill, she probably could have won that fight either by decision or by finish.
Yeah.
So I'm going Ribas as well. I think it's just too much that she does.
How do you say she wins?
Ground and pound.
Okay.
I think.
But Macy's also, she's got a chin. Like no one's been able to finish her.
But no one was able to finish Topuria, and it was like
that's true.
Super close, So first time for everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Definitely a first time for everything. Yeah. So we're saying Rivas, both of us.
Yeah.
Okay. So what have we got? What have we got different?
I think just an armor. No, wait. Do we have?
No, we've got an armor different so far. Okay. Okay. So we've got the main event. One I'm really looking forward to. Josh Emmett and Ilia Topuria. What are you saying for that one?
I have a feeling you're gonna say Topuria, and I'm gonna say Josh Emmett. I just to be different. I don't know. Okay. You justify your pick just so
please you go first. Okay. You go first.
I think Josh Emmett's had some really impressive victories. He beat Ige. I mean, he beat Cater. That was a split decision. Yeah, that was a split decision. And that wasn't that clean. Absolutely not. And then he lost to Yair. But I still think that he's got like enough in the tank to like turn that around and make the adjustments. And I don't know, Topuria, he's had a really like convincing run. I mean, he's like 8-0.
Yeah, he's 13-0.
Yeah. Like smart money is Topuria, but I think that Josh gets this done. Because it's a close fight.
It's a close fight. Yeah, I mean, Josh is a really good fighter, and unfortunately, I think there's just levels, and I think even just a 5% difference.
Yeah.
Which in this fight, I think there's bigger than a 5% difference. Maybe I just like Topuria too much. So you're right. I'm picking Topuria. You're right on that.
Okay.
But Topuria, I've been a fan of since the Ryan Hall victory, because what Ryan Hall was doing was like he'd Amanari roll. So an Amanari roll is literally like spinning down onto a leg lock, and he would catch a lot of people. I mean, he caught BJ Penn with that. Like BJ Penn,
who was the man for a long time.
Well, BJ Penn just in a jiu-jitsu sense, was like a world champion after 4 years or something crazy. Like got his black belt in a stupidly low number of years.
Yeah.
It's like 5 years or something. It's like almost unheard of, or 6 years or something.
Yeah, that is crazy.
It's mad that he got that. And he submitted BJ Penn with that Amanari roll, caught him, right? I'm not a big, jiu-jitsu wise, Ryan Hall is great and everything, but when I saw the way that Topuria just was like, yeah, Amanari roll, nope, just kind of swatted him away. And then also, was it Bryce Mitchell? Dude, Topuria is a savage, an absolute savage. Jiu-jitsu black belt, crazy striking.
Yeah,
he's just a bad dude.
Yeah,
like even when you hear him on interviews and you look at the way he carries himself, he's just a bad dude, and should have, in my opinion, been up at a title shot already.
Yeah,
but I think the winner of this it hasn't been announced as a title eliminator yet, but this for sure has to be a title eliminator. Unless the Volkanovski Rodriguez fight is close and they run it back. This has to be a title eliminator. And I'm going Topuria. I think he's got too many ways to win.
If it was Topuria versus Max, who would you say wins?
I back Topuria.
I think
Topuria, I don't think people sleep on Topuria, but I think Topuria is...
He can get it done.
He can get it done. I think Topuria is the closest thing. I mean, Rodriguez and Topuria would be very close. And that I would say goes either way. Like I wouldn't be so confident just to back Topuria, but I think Topuria maybe has the best chance to beat Volkanovski and Rodriguez. Maybe okay, it's close between the two.
Yeah.
But I think if you take those three are the top. Like any combination of those three fight for the title, and everybody else is just kind of like it's almost like Rob Whittaker was with Izzy middleweight. It's just like those two and everybody else before Drickus.
Yeah. To me, it reminds me a lot of the Khamzat fight with what was it? Gilbert Burns. Like where you have someone that's like pretty good all rounder, and like I think similar stylistically in terms of Gilbert Burns is similar to Josh Emmett, and then Khamzat and Topuria. I think Topuria has more of a skill set than Khamzat. I think Khamzat does more just swarming, but I think that's also kind of like how this can play out in terms of it'll be a war. I think that those two are going to fight for a long time. Like they're going to make it is a 5-round fight.
It's main event. Yes, main event.
It's good. I think that it probably goes down to decision, and I think that like it'll. Yeah, I don't know. I see like so yeah.
Emmett.
Yeah, no, actually. Oh, no,
Are you changing again?
No, I'm gonna stick with Emmett, even though I think that I'm 70% sure that Topuria is gonna win, but like just I'm gonna like what's the word? I see the most value if I were betting in Emmett because he's the underdog.
I actually wanted to check the betting odds now while we talk. So let me have a look. Yeah, please continue. I'm still gonna get the betting odds here.
I see like the value in Josh winning over Topuria winning because I think that the underdog stat is quite high, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, if I think that's a worthwhile bet to make.
So yeah, we just got the betting odds here. Not exactly sure where this is, but we've actually got Josh Emmett as the favorite.
Okay.
On this one, they've got minus 340 odds and Topuria as the underdog at plus 250.
Okay, that is interesting. I thought that Topuria would have been the strong favorite. Yeah.
So let's have a look and just go a little bit in depth more and just see what they say.
That does then change my. I'm gonna stick with Josh Emmett.
Well, look, I mean, Topuria is the 9th ranked. They say is the 9th ranked featherweight contender, and Josh Emmett is the 5th ranked.
Yeah.
So it would make sense from that standpoint. I would have just thought that Topuria was the favorite as well.
Just because of the fights he's had.
Shows you what we know, eh?
Yeah. But I suppose that Josh has beaten Dan Ige and Keita. Yeah, I'm still gonna go Josh Emmett.
Yeah, here it is. Josh Emmett favorite and Topuria underdog. Good bet if you wanna try. I would say go. I mean, it's worth the bet.
Yeah.
Going for Topuria, but
yeah. Then I take.
I'm not a professional, so don't. That's my advice. It's not professional advice.
Yes,
but yeah,
I do the flip then in terms of the values and Topuria if you are making a bet. I would say.
Yeah, definitely. But I do think. Well, I mean, now that Topuria and Emmett, I think the winner of this one probably fights for title. Unless I mean, it all depends on what happens with Volkanovski and Yaya. You know, if Volkanovski goes up or not.
Yeah.
Because Max Holloway's always there. He's always there.
And same with the 135 bantamweight, Aljamain. Because he is like he's gonna come up. So like
he needs to beat O'Malley first though.
Yeah.
Probably will though, but you're right.
Yeah, the division's getting like exciting.
Yeah, it'll be very, very interesting. Aljo, we said don't do it against Volkanovski, but don't do it against Topuria.
Yeah.
Don't do it against Emmett.
Don't do it against you. Yeah.
Don't do it against Max Holloway. Don't do it against anybody. Just stay where you are. Stay where you are.
Or go to lightweight. You know, like just do it.
Yeah. He's like Magachev, bro.
Yeah.
Even Sarukian.
Yeah.
Just stay where you are. Go box something. You know.
Yeah.
And we're fans of Aljamain Sterling, but like, gotta be realistic.
Yeah,
I feel. He shocked us before. Maybe he shocked us again.
I've literally never given him the benefit of the doubt, and he's always proved me wrong.
Yeah, I've never given him a chance.
Yeah,
I never thought he was going to beat Cejudo.
Yeah,
I didn't think he was going to beat Petr Yan.
Yeah,
either times. He did.
Yeah, he did.
You know, now we think he might beat O'Malley, but maybe we got the jinx on him, the opposite curse. I don't know. Who knows? No. So yeah, man, that wraps up our preview of UFC on ESPN Plus, UFC ABC, ESPN Plus, whatever it's called.
Yeah,
Jacksonville. Let us know your thoughts. Who do you think is going to win in the fights? Do we not know what we're talking about? Or what do you think? And yeah, let's see what happens in the next episode. Who gets how many right and how many wrong.
We might have a bolt.
Yeah, hey. I can bring the belt. I mean, if I got 2 belts. If you want to, if you want, so we get the double championships. So let's okay. Well, let's do it next week. We can have it sitting here, and the winner can take it home.
Yeah, sounds good.
Sounds good to me.